This morning, I woke up to extra money in my PayPal account, and let me tell you, that is one of the best feelings in the world. I didn't have to do anything additional for it, it just was there. And in this video, I'm going to share with you how I made that happen and 10 other reasons why I think you should start selling on eBay today if you're not already. So if you're interested in hearing more, stick around. Thank you so much for watching. This is the Well-Behaved Wallet, where we talk about mindset, motivation, and making or saving money. If you are a new subscriber and you came over from that collab that we just did with Kate Caden and Mary and Lydia Sen, then welcome, and I hope that you'll stick around. Every Saturday I post a video called Side Hustle, Saturday Side Hustle, and in this video I talk about ways that we can earn extra money through side hustles, things that I've done, things that I've heard about people doing, and great ways to bring in additional income. So in today's video, I'm going to talk solely about why I think that if you're not already, you should be selling on eBay. Now, I know that there are ups and downs and pros and cons to the platform, but I think that it is hands down the best way to get started selling online if you aren't already. It is a great way to introduce you to e-commerce and to kind of get started, and a great way to just kind of learn the ropes of selling things online. I know people debate like Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, all these other platforms, but for me, what I did was I focused on eBay only, and I really dedicated myself to learning that system and those habits and that process. And I think that that was the most valuable thing that I did over the past kind of 2.5 years. So I've been selling for about 2.5 years on the platform, and have kind of taken, so my journey's kind of taken some twists and turns, but I would 100% recommend it to anyone. And I kind of took some time to think about the reasons why I recommend it to everyone. So here they are. Reason number one. Plain and simple, it's a way to make extra money. That's money you didn't have to begin with that you will have once your item sells. So here's the thing. I know if you're like me, you got tons of stuff just hanging around. I have less stuff now because I've been selling and kind of decluttering and purging and getting rid of things that I don't use anymore. But when I started, I had tons of stuff just hanging around, and I was able to list, I think, close to 250 items just from things I had in my house. Like, I didn't need to buy any inventory to list. I just had it hanging around. And from those 250 items, I was able to generate over $1,000 worth of eBay sales. And I will link that video. I did a sort of my story video on how I got started and how I made over $1,000 in my first month. That was not typical. I've gone up and down since then, but I know that hands down, if I ever needed to generate additional income, I know exactly what I would need to do to get that via eBay. So that's that. That's the number one thing. You get extra money. You want extra money? Sell on eBay. It's a great quick flip. So reason number two, eBay is a great way to learn the market for whatever it is you have hanging around that you think you can sell. So just walking around, and to kind of give you an idea of what I sell, I do mainly clothes, apparel, handbags, and like collectible things. So you may be completely different. A great market are things like tools, home decor, cooking, household supplies, things like that. If you have any of those things hanging around that you want to get rid of, then you hop on eBay and you do some research. And if you don't know how to do research on eBay, there are tons of videos on YouTube that will help you to get started. There are also videos on how to that will walk you through the process of getting started from start to finish. That's not this video. This video is purely to give you an idea of why you need to be doing this, and eBay is a great way to learn. So that's reason number two. Reason number three is you get rid of all that extra stuff. I can tell you, after having those items listed and getting rid of, I guess I want to say 2/3 of them, that my life is lighter, my house is lighter. I feel when I walk into my house, it's not as heavy, for sure. Getting rid of that extra stuff and making some extra money while doing it was a fantastic experience, and I highly recommend it to anyone. Get rid of that stuff, and why not make some extra money in the meantime. So number four, you are eliminating waste by taking the item that you have hanging around, and rather than throwing it out or sending it to a landfill, you are repurposing it and giving it to someone who is actually looking for exactly what you have to sell. So rather than having that item contribute to whatever general landfill and garbage. You're sending it to someone who will love it and use it and cherish it after you're finished with it. And that is number 5. Top reason why you should sell on eBay is because someone may be looking for that item that you have, that exact item. So let me share a story with you. I had these dresses that were handmade from Ghana. My mom does a lot of traveling, and she was in Ghana and had a bunch of dresses handmade for her. She got them kind of big, so while she loved wearing them and they were great pieces, they didn't really fit her, and they weren't very flattering on her. So they were these amazing handmade pieces. And she was like, when she was cleaning out her closet, she thought, what do I do with them? I don't know if there's a market for that. I didn't know if there was a market for that. Like, I sell on eBay, and I didn't know if I would be able to sell them, but I figured, let me just give it a shot. I don't know. So I wasn't even really able to figure out how to price, but I figured, let me aim high and then put a best offer and see what happens. So I listed them. Maybe 2 days later, I got a message from a woman on these items. Now, there were 4 items. There were 2 dresses and a top and pants, and they were all the same size. And the 2 dresses came with matching bags. One dress had a matching backpack, and the other dress had a matching shoulder bag. And they're really cute, well-made things. And I put handmade artisan by a local craftswoman in Ghana. So I listed that in the description, and the woman messaged me and asked for additional measurement. She's like, can you give me the hip width and the length? And so I did that. And I sent them back, and she sent me an offer for all 4 items. And that offer, let me tell you, was it was what I asked, which was about 4 times what I thought they would be worth. But then I thought about it, and I was like, no, these are really well made, professional, museum quality pieces. They were really durable cloth. They're really works of art. So I told her absolutely. I sent them over. I put in a note, and just saying thank you, and I hope that she enjoyed them as much as we enjoyed having them, and that she would wear them. And then she sent me a message back and said, when she got them and she tried them on and they all fit and she loved them. And she said, thank you so much. I can't thank you enough because they're just gorgeous pieces, and I'm so proud to wear them and to cherish them. And I was shocked, and it made me feel so good to have them and to be able to pass them on to someone who would love them the way that they should be loved. And I mean, it was like an example of taking this item that my mom couldn't fully appreciate, but someone else could, and just its value quadrupling to what it was actually bought for. And it just was such an example of how you never know how something that you don't really value could be of tremendous value to someone else. And that was just the most recent example of that in my life and on eBay. So we were able to share these amazing handmade items with this woman, and she was able to bless us financially. So it was just such a neat exchange, and I was really, that was a huge success story for me. So you never know, and you may be helping someone with stuff you have hanging around. So don't you deprive someone else of the amazing things you have in your house. So that's item number 5. Item number 6 has to do with the platform itself, the eBay platform. Yes, there are pros and cons, but I have to say that the support system available to eBay sellers is very solid, and I can highly recommend it. I think I've had to call support 1 time, and they were amazing. So what had happened was I couldn't ship to the postal address that the buyer had provided. They only had 2 feedback, and it was a rural address, and I went to go print the label from eBay, and the USPS wouldn't accept it. It was sending an error that said that the address wasn't recognized. So I tried Googling, and then I tried the chat support, and that didn't work. So I called, and I put in my number for them to call me, and they called me within 2 minutes. And the support person told me, and I felt kind of silly. I was like, oh, I should have done that. But she said, just call this or message the seller and let them know. I said, well, what about my shipping time? She said, don't worry about that because they'll see that you contacted the seller and automatically you won't be docked for shipping, for late shipping. So I figured that was great. And that's exactly what happened. I contacted them, I never heard back, and I just ended up refunding the sale, but my shipment rate, my late shipment rate was not affected. So I feel like that was an example of the support, the eBay support really being responsive and effective and absolutely well orchestrated. So I can highly recommend their support system. Number 7, in terms of support, there is a network of other eBay sellers available for you to reach out to for help. There are 6.7 million eBay sellers on the platform. There are a wealth of resources here on YouTube as well, and I can tell you I love to share hints and tricks and tips, and if anyone has a question about eBay, I am happy to share. I'm not necessarily the best person to go to, but I can absolutely share from my own experience. There are some really amazing people on here. I can recommend Daily Refinement, Chris Lynn, and also Suzanne Wells is wonderful too. So there are just so many people on YouTube and out there in the general eBay area that are able and willing to help. So that is reason number 7. Reason number 8 is that there is a lot of historical data to reference on eBay. Just Google eBay research comparable, like comps sold items, and you'll kind of learn how to search sold items to find out what you can charge for your item. And that's having that knowledge available. If you're not really sure what to charge or you find something that's a little bit unique, eBay is a great place to get information. And just having that all at your fingertips is amazing and so helpful. Is a really a huge benefit to the platform. Number 9 reason why you should sell on eBay is because there is a super high search traffic volume of people, buyers looking for your item. There are 250 million searches going on eBay daily. That's about 11.5 million searches per hour. It is insane the amount of traffic they get, which means that your item will be in front of 250 million eyes. So that is another huge reason why. And number 10 is there is a huge market of active buyers who are looking again for your item. There are 182 million active buyers on eBay, which means the sky is the limit in terms of people that are coming to see what you have to sell, and the chances of you selling that item tend to be quite high. So I know there are also, in addition to all these pros, there are tons of reasons you can come up with why not. These are my 10 problems with eBay. Sure, there are problems with every single platform out there, but for me, these are the 10 most compelling reasons why you should start selling on eBay if you are not already. It's a Saturday. If you're watching this on the Saturday and you don't have other plans, this is a great option for you. You should stop what you're doing watch till the end of the video, but stop what you're doing right now and go through your house, collect a whole bunch of items. I recommend listing 5 to 10 items at once if you're brand new, so that way you have kind of some additional items out there and it's not just a one-off. Do that right now. Figure out how to do it. If you don't know how, there are tons of resources out there available to support you. If you have questions, let me know. So here is my request to you in the comments. Let me know if you want to start selling on eBay, but you're not, what's stopping you? What do you need help with? Can I help you? What are you waiting for? Just do it. But write that in the comments. Write in the comments also, if you are going to start right now, put right now, eBay right now in the comments. And if you are already selling on eBay, go ahead and leave a link to your store in the comments. I think it'd be amazing. I love supporting other sellers and their side hustles, so it'd be great if you can share that and then we can kind of take a look and just support each other, because this is a really great network of support available. So those are my reasons. That's my request. As always, I thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will keep watching.